This is Randy Van Horne and the Swing Choir on Here's to Veterans.
You learn to cook and to sew. You're gonna love it.
We know.
When you're a staying home, wait o'clock, sitting rock,
Underpaid cooking me.
what'll I do? Can't live without my one and only sleepy time gal.
Yes, this is Randy Van Horne signing the guest book for our first appearance on Here's to Veterans, the best in music for all you ex-servicemen and women and your folks everywhere. Especially transcribed for you by the Veterans Administration in cooperation with the American Federation of Musicians, James C. Petrillo, President, whose members are donating their services. And this is a special and, later on in the show we'll bring you our very special guest. But now to open, the orchestra, the chorus, and one of our biggest, the Hucklebuck.
Bye.
Yep, I gotta dance it. Yep, the hucklebuck, gotta dance it. Do the hucklebuck. If you don't know how to do it, boy, you're out of luck. Push your partner out, then you hunch your back. Start a little movement in your sacroiliac. Wiggle like a snake, waddle like a duck. That's the way you do it when you do the hucklebuck. Yep, I gotta dance it. Yep, the hucklebuck, gotta dance it. Here's a dance you should know. When the lights are down, so romantic. When your baby then let's be happy. Do the hucklebuck. If you don't know how to do it, boy, you're out of luck. Push your partner out, and you hunch your back. Start a little movement in your sacroiliac. Wiggle like a snake, waddle like a duck. That's the way when you do the hucklebuck. What gonna do? We're really gonna do the hucklebuck. If you don't know how to do, boy, you're out of push your partner out, and you hunch your back. Start a little movement in your sacroiliac. Wiggle like a snake, you pluck, boy, you're out of that's the way you do it when you do the hucklebuck. Do the hucklebuck, stand hucklebuck. If you don't know how to do hucklebuck, no, I'm gonna mind hucklebuck. Stay up, dance, hucklebuck. That's the way to do it. Everybody's gonna do the
That was Hucklebuck, and this is Randy Van Horne with a question. What's one of the first things you do as soon as you're set to make a move to some other city or even to another house in your same town? If you're smart, you tell the post office where you'll be located. Otherwise, you run the risk that friend postman may have important mail for you in his sack which he can't deliver. And it's hard to think of more important mail than the benefit checks which about 3 million of you veterans get from VA each month. All right, suppose you do move, and suppose you are one of the 3 million getting VA checks. What should you do to make sure your VA checks keep right on coming? 2 things. Tell the post office you're moving. Use their change of address form and put down your old address and your new address. Also, notify the VA regional office that handles your case. Tell them the same things, old address and new address. That way you can be sure there will be no slip-ups. You can be sure your checks will come regularly. There's more on this change of address business which you should know about, and I'll have it for you after we have a little more music. Here's one that we don't feel needs any introduction. We'll just sing it for you.
Down by the old mill, the old street, that's where I first
had the opportunity to meet you.
How'd you do?
Fine and you great.
With your
I fell in love with you. No, I never flew. Dressed in gingham,
knew then that you
I'm in love with you.
loved me.
You're in love with me too.
You were 16.
Yes, I was only 16, baby, when I was in love with you too. 5 and 4 up the old mill stream,
Down by the old
mill stream,
by the stream, that is
where I first
2, 3,
met,
1, 2.
I first met you. With your gray eyes of blue, pretty as a picture, dressed in gingham too. For it was there that I knew, and there that I knew, that I knew you could care for me too.
You were just 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, and a regular village queen.
Now by the old, I said the old,
That's right, the old,
yes, the old mill stream where I met you.
the old mill.
Thank you. And this is Randy Van Horne again. If you're one of the 3 million veterans who get monthly benefit checks from the VA, you don't want anything to happen which will sidetrack that check. But it could be sidetracked, fellas, if you move and forget to tell the post office where you have moved to, what your new address is. So, when you plan a move, fill out the post office change of address form as part of your first order of the day. Mail it in just before your actual move. If the change of address form isn't easy to come by for any reason, give the same information in a letter or postal card. Give your old address and your new address. And at the same time, be sure to give the same information to the VA regional office that handles your case. That way, VA can keep its records up to date, and it's to your advantage. So when you move, do 2 things. Tell the post office and tell the VA. Give both your old and new address. Now for doubly surefire entertainment, let me introduce one of the most fabulous voices of show business. You've read about her in Life. Now, here she is, the song, Just One of Those Things. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Suzuki.
Just one of those things, just one of those crazy flings, one of those bells that now and then rings, just one of those things. It was just one of those nights, just one of those fabulous flights, a trip to the moon on gossamer wings, just one of those things. If we thought of it, of the end of it, when we started painting the town, we'd have been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear, and amen. Here's hoping we meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things. If we thought of it, of the end of it, when we started painting the town, we'd have been aware that our love affair was too hot. Cool down. Goodbye and amen. Here's hoping we meet now and then. It was great fun. But it was just one of those
Thank you, Pat. And friends, this is Randy Van Horn saying how nice it is to be with you on Here's to Veterans. So drop the word and we'll be back. And now to close, here's the downbeat for
Some of these days you're gonna miss me, honey. Some of these days you feel so lonely. You miss my hugging, you miss my kissing. You miss me, honey, when you go away. I feel so lonely, just for you only. For you know, honey, you've had your way. And when you leave me, I know that it will grieve me. You're gonna miss your ever-loving baby some of these days. And when you leave me, I know it will grieve me. Yes, I know you're gonna miss your loving baby. Miss your loving baby. Miss your loving baby some of these days.
That's the Here's to Veterans tribute from yours truly, Randy Van Horn and the Swing Choir. Here's to Veterans is presented, transcribed by the Veterans Administration in cooperation with the American Federation of Musicians, James C. Petrillo, President, whose members have donated their services, and this station, which has contributed its time in the public interest. Tune in again for more top-flight entertainment on Here's to Veterans. And from Hollywood, this is Randy Van Horn speaking for our guest, Pat Suzuki, and all the gang saying, thanks for listening.